listeners. I'm checking in today to do a brief catching up kind of pretend video podcast. I haven't been doing a great job on my blog lately. It's just been so crazy busy around here. We've had some weird finals schedules last week for the high school students. My girls are in high school, and they have like half days, for the whole week. They had Monday off. So I got back I was at Vogue Knitting with my boys, came with me, so that was really fun. And then, so everyone had Monday off, and then we got the boys back to school, and there was just a lot of commotion with that. And then all week long my girls had half days, and their schedules were kind of strange, and so there was a lot of coming and going, and I don't even know what. And I was really tired after Vogue Knitting. I was so tired. I don't know. I think it was just the added, my boys were with me, and I felt like I slept okay, but, when I got done teaching, I just didn't have any downtime at all. I was just, I'd finish teaching and they'd be there, or, and they'd want to go out and run around more, which is great. I'm so glad I had someone to kind of keep me company. That's very nice. So we had a really nice time, and they had a ball. They ran all over the place and ate so much food. And my second son, who's 20, so my oldest is 22, my second son, I asked him what he wanted to do in New York before we went, and he said he wanted to eat a lot of pastrami. So he accomplished his goal. I'm letting you know that he ate a lot of pastrami, and it was a success. It's a successful trip when you eat a lot of pastrami. Who knew? So that was all good. And then I got back, and that week sort of flew by, and I was getting ready for the January Thaw Retreat, which is the first retreat given by Sun Valley Fibers, Jeanette of Sun Valley Fibers, and her dear husband George. And it was held in, I taught on Friday, and I didn't stay over, but it was held in a little city outside of Madison called Barneveld, Wisconsin, which is famous for having a tornado way back in, I think it was 1983, and it was a huge problem, very similar situation to Washington, Illinois, the tornado that just swept through there and kind of wiped out much of the city. This city is very small, and that was really wiped out. I want to say completely, but anyway, so that's how I remember that little city, which it's remarkable. It made a remarkable recovery, which was nice to see. But the retreat was held. The January Thaw Retreat was held at the Deer Valley Hotel or Resort. I'm not sure, but it's kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and it was the weather was ridiculous. It was freezing cold and windy. There was blowing snow and drifting. It was terrible. So January Thaw, we went inside and thawed out. So I don't know. That's kind of what you expect, I guess, when you have a plan a retreat in Barneveld, Wisconsin in January. So I had a great time. It was good to see the Wisconsin knitters out there in force, and I think it was full. She had around 60 people staying for the weekend. Amy Dachin was coming in on Saturday to teach a couple workshops. I got to see her briefly, and she stopped in on Friday for what was Barneveld's very close to her house. I thought she said maybe 9 miles. So anyway, I just got, we just got up and drove in on a Friday, and my kind husband drove me to Barneveld. And then he picked me up and brought me home. So I was very appreciative because it was kind of tough driving, and I have a horrible sense of direction. Horrible, like really bad. And I don't know, if I try really hard, I can get around, but it takes a big effort on my part. I don't know what it is. I literally, it's bad. So anyway, he was very sweet, and he picked me up or took me there and picked me up. He carried out boxes. I had my bags of stuff, and I brought books, and I sold some books, and I signed a lot of books. People brought their books for me to sign, which is always very fun. So that was good. And we had another weird snow day on Monday of this week. So my girls were home on Monday again, and it was nice. I love having them home, but we're at the point now where they've canceled so many days that they will start adding on minutes, and I think they're having an earlier start time now, so I'm not sure about that. My girls are so self-sufficient. I just, they get themselves going, and anyway, so I'm crossing my fingers that we won't have a lot more trouble with the weather, but I'm looking out my big front windows here, and we've just gotten a few more inches of snow today, and it's very windy, but it's not quite as cold today, so it's a little bit nice. A lot of weather talk, but when you live in Madison or Wisconsin, the weather is always interesting to me, because that's what we live by. What we're gonna do is all due to the weather. But I haven't been posting a lot on my blog, but I thank you for the cute little, I should have brought those to show you here, but that cute Winter Wonderland hat and mitt set that I did for the January Thaw Retreat as a kind of a fun retreat pattern. All the people who went to the retreat got a copy in their goodie bags, and they got a skein of the beautiful yarn that Jeanette designed just for the retreat, and she is selling that, I guess, because people have told me they've been ordering it, so you can get that beautiful icy cold colorway called Winter Wonderland. But let's get into some spinning and knitting, and I have a couple books I'm going to share with you today. This is a lovely painting done of a Wisconsin farm by my mother-in-law. She's an artist, and I love that one. Ugh, I wish that was the view out my window, but it's not. Okay, so first I'll start off to tell you that this is my little hoodie cardigan I did. When did I do that? Was it last summer? Last summer, I think. I did this cardigan, and I'll just stand up so you can see it. It's got these cute little, like, mini pockets. And this striping is my a hand-spun loop bat that I did. And I saw the Loop booth in New York when I was at Voguing Live. They were directly out my classroom door. Like when I opened my door, I could see the Loop booth. But I didn't run over there because I had to teach. And I was having this kind of thing where when I go and teach somewhere, I don't want to go and just spend all the money I've worked so hard earning. So that's my good Midwestern frugalness. So I try not to do that too much. I did buy some things at SSK. That's probably the most I've ever bought. When I go somewhere to work and teach. So I didn't buy a crazy amount there either, but. So anyway, these what reminded me of that was these beautiful handmade buttons were from Deerfield Creations, who I did see at SSK, and I ordered these from her, and they're so beautiful. They're like, these literally are the best buttons I've ever seen. Or had the privilege to sew on something that I made. So they're just these little black buttons. And I kind of special ordered them, and I got them a bit later after I got home. But, how does someone make buttons like that? How do they do that? I don't get it. I want to make buttons like that. I'd make all my buttons if I could. If I could do that, I'd be just making buttons. I wouldn't be knitting, I'd make buttons. So, anyway, I have things to show you. Let's get into show and tell. So I made these wonderful little funky socks that they're the Fortissima Saka Colori, C-O-L-O-R-I, Colori? I don't know. And I've seen this yarn a couple places. I saw Molly of the Homespun podcast was making these. She finished her pair. And then I also had seen these on somewhere on Ravelry. I ran across these, and I thought, when I saw Molly making them, I thought, oh, I love that sock yarn, and I'm going to see if I can find it. Well, I had a weird thing happen. I got on eBay just to look it up. I kind of searched around. I knew it was this Fortissima brand, and so I got on eBay and I looked around, and 2 balls popped up on eBay. And I ordered them. She was charging $3 a ball. So I got this pair of socks for $6. And just a very minimal shipping fee. And maybe like $5 or $6 for shipping. She was in California, and she wrote me a note, because it was only $3, so I wanted to make sure I was getting both balls, because these are 50-gram balls of sock yarn. So I wrote the woman, and I said, was the $6 for both? I mean, do I get both balls? I just want to make sure I got both 50-gram balls. And she said yes, and she wrote me back that she had had this color in her stash forever and years, and she had posted it just the day before, not even 24 hours before I found it and ordered it. So I love them. I'm so excited about them. They're really fun. So there are those. So if you try to find that, good luck. I don't know. I think it's really old. I don't know that it's I had posted some photos of that on Instagram, and I think I showed one when I had one sock done on my blog, and I had people write in that they had made those same socks years and years ago. So I'm not sure, the exact year that sock yarn came out. I'm assuming it was quite a long time ago. The other fun sock that I saw on a video podcast was the Juniper Grace podcast, and she's knitting. And I had a ball of this sock yarn, but I had not knit it yet, and I can't even remember where I got it. But it's the Regia Jacquard, Super Jacquard color, and this was the number 7204, and it was called like Colibri, Kolibri. I can spell stuff, but I can't pronounce it. But I love it. I feel like it's this kind of retro colors. I've turned the heel now here. Let me put this ball down, show you where I am. Turned the heel, and I've completed the gusset, and now I'm cruising on down on the foot, so these are going fast. I love these. I love that commercial pattern sock yarn. I love it. It is so sturdy. I love it. I really wear my socks a lot. I wear hand-knit socks every day, sometimes a couple different pairs a day. So I've always got some in the wash, and I've always got some on my needles, and I always have stacks in my drawers. So, it's fun to mix it up. It's fun to do the commercial sock yarn, and it's also fun to do the beautiful hand-dyed sock yarn too. But anyway, this I have my signature double points, my beautiful stiletto. You can see it on my sweater right there. Stiletto DPMs from Signature Needle Arts, and I always like the 6-inch length on those, and these are US size 1. I use my How I Make My Socks free pattern on Ravelry, and it will take you to the blog post where I wrote that all up. So, How I Make My Socks, type it in, Ravelry. No, it'll pop up on my blog too. If you just typed it in, you typed in Susan B. Anderson on there, that'd be fine too. So, other things that I have, I've been doing so much spinning. Oh, I'll show you this cute thing. My little Peachy has been knitting, and she's knitting the Gaptastic cowl. And she's using the Puffin from Quince & Co. in the egret colorway, which is just like the natural white. But she's got this going, and look at how far she is, that little Peachy. She's amazing. See, it's all... I'm back. I guess you're not a real podcaster until you talk and you realize that your camera's not recording. So now I feel like I fit in. I'm validated, and anyway, so I'm back. We got a two-parter here. So anyway, I was talking about Peachy's adorable Gaptastic cowl in the Puffin Quince & Co. It's a wonderful single, kind of slightly felted. It's so gorgeous. I made one of the, so Peachy has finished one skein. This is her second, and then there's one more. So she'll do 3 total by the time it's done. And I knit one for her out of Puffin in the twig colorway, and it looks so beautiful on her. It's kind of a different brown color. It's sort of light brown, but it's a neutral. Totally, she can wear it with any color, and it looks so beautiful on her. She's kind of this honey light brown hair and kind of light brown eyes, and there's something about that color that looks so beautiful on her. So if you're anything like that coloring, you should get that color of Quince & Co. It's called Twig, and it's really pretty. So there's that, and whenever Peachy, I see it sitting around, I grab it and I knit a round or two for her because this project is seed stitch for 11 inches, 3 skeins of yarn. You know, it's not the most fun knit, so I'm trying to help her out whenever she's not looking. No, I think she knows, and she actually really likes it when I sneak in a round or two for her. So that's kind of fun. So I've been spinning up a storm, and I'll show you these yarns. Now I just finished this one. It just finished drying this morning. So when I got up this morning, it was all dry. It is just light as air. It's so light and fluffy and lofty and gorgeous. It is the Gourmet Stash. You can see my little ribbon there. Oh, I punched a hole right through Gourmet Stash. It's the Fibery Tribbles, 2 ounces, and I then added in 2 ounces of natural merino that I spun up to ply it with so that I didn't lose any of the yardage. And it is a cashmere nylon merino blend, the Gourmet Stash one, and it says Muse. I got 320 yards, and I think it's probably maybe like a Sport to DK weight. It's not super even in all places, but like it's super lofty. So I think that if you could knit it on a variety of sizes of needles, but it is 320 yards, and I'm thinking this would be really cool in a pair of socks because it does have nylon content in it. And it, one thing it says, it was dyed by the, fiber dyed by Cephalopod yarns, so I'm not sure how that worked. Gourmet Stash, the Cephalopod yarns people dyed it, and then she made it into the, kind of maybe combined it into those fibery tribbles, which are these little kind of like balls of combined fiber, kind of artfully combined fiber. But I want to show you, I want to see if you can see, like, oh, there are all these cool little pops of color. There's blue and green and purple, yellow. I love that green that's in there. But it makes it so much fun. It's like a million little surprises. I'd hit a color and I'd think, oh, I didn't even know that color was in there. There's even, I don't know, it's almost like this kind of, well, it looks kind of purpley, but it's just gorgeous. So, oh, it's like light as air. It's so light. Oh, smells good too. So there's that, and you can see I'm pretty excited about that. If it sits around long enough, I'll probably end up selling it. I have a lot of hand spun right now, and I'm feeling like I probably won't be able to knit it all. So, okay, and then this another one I just finished this week. Oh, can you see? It's gorgeous. So pretty. It is one of my favorites, the Friends in Fiber BFL Silk, 4 ounces, a rainbow gradient, 288 yards. I did a Navajo ply, and it came out just beautifully. It's really squishy. My Navajo ply is just really improving. I did this on my Artisan Wheel by Infinite Twist. This one I did on my Ladybug. They're very different wheels, so it's interesting. But it's kind of a very artful rainbow. It's not your typical, I mean, it has these really kind of different colors. I love that rosy pink in there. But 288 yards, that's probably a sport weight. It could be made into a little shawlette or a little cowl. It could be a hat. It could be socks. Certainly could be socks, like a short pair of socks. maybe on a size 2. I was thinking about this too. You could put this on a size 2 and cast on 56 stitches and come up with a nice pair of sport weight socks that would probably knit down. It's so lofty and poofy that it could be condensed down. And my last spinning I'm going to show you today is the Friends and Fiber again. Falkland, 4 ounces of the #1 colorway, which has all these, you can see for yourself, all these gorgeous colors. This was a double marl technique where you strip down the braid into these like pinky width size strips. You just strip the whole thing down into, I divide it into 2 ounce separate ounces each because it's 4 ounces, so I divide it in half, 2 ounces, and then each of those I divide into these little, very slim, you know, strands, like pencil roving, I guess you might call it. And then you do the singles together so that your singles look like they're plied, and then you take your singles and then you do it again on another bobbin and then you ply them together. So it's like a 4-ply, but it's not really, but it has the appearance of that you have a lot of different plies going on with different colorations and barber pulling, and then you get this distribution of color that makes for a really very interesting hand-spun yarns. It's one of my favorite techniques. There's a great tutorial or explanation on Knitty Spin, the blog on Tuesday, not Knitty Spin, the blog post that Jillian Moreno writes on the Knitty blog. But if you type in double marl Knitty or the Knitty blog on Google, it'll just pop right up for you. I've linked it up so many times on my blog too because that's where I got this idea for spinning. It's really nice. And then I really did a poor job of evenly spinning the 2 bobbins, so I had a lot left. And on this one, I got 22 yards of a Navajo ply. This is the same yarn Navajo plied. And it's still quite, the colors are very much distributed because of that. Those strands were already kind of barber pulling of all these spectacular colors. But don't you love that the teal and that kind of rust color combined with these greens? Oh, that's good stuff. That Friends and Fiber Falkland really is my favorite right now because look at it. It's just like, oh, so poofy. Smells good, like soap. So that's that. Now I've got going on my artisan wheel this gorgeous bat. I have 2 of these, so I have 5 ounces. Each one of these is 2.5 ounces by Joanna Spring of Knit Spin Farm. She has an Etsy shop, so it's Knit Spin Farm on Etsy. She sells these beautiful bats in her lovely little bags, project bags. But I mean, this, I can't wait to show you. I think this one's called Black Raspberry. I didn't bring the tag over with me, but it's got all these like threads and this silk. This silk is in here, and it's like the most textury, fun spin. I mean, this is just, that's a piece of art right there. That's gorgeous. And then, so that I'm doing on my artisan wheel. I'm already spinning through the first of these bats. It was so funny. TC last night took this and she just spread it out on the coffee table, kind of where I was spinning, and she just wanted to really examine it. She looked through and she asked me a lot of questions about it, and it was kind of fun. She liked all this stuff. She liked all that. It was cute. I liked it. I liked her interest. But then I have these also from Joanna. This is like lilac Victorian lilac, like she called it. I like her names. It's fun. But look at this one with these varying shades of purple, like dark purple, and even I love the little dashes of yellow in there, and the threads, the silk threads, and oh, that's gonna be so fun. So I'm starting this on my ladybug. I might even start it later today. So, and all I do when I spin these bats, now this one I'll have to think about a little bit more because it has all the white down here. It's more of a gradient bat. So, I don't know if I'll tear off strips. I just tear off strips and I spin them. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it. So I just take an end like this and I go like this and I just tear it down and I spin it, and I just enjoy that so much. I don't spend a lot of time doing anything because all the preparation's already been done. For me, that's part of the fun of having a bat like that. Oh, and another bat that I spun that I knit this great little hat from Joanna Springs' other bat, and I have a new hat design coming out. I did another one in the Quince & Co. Owl that's similar to this, but it has this great flap at the back, and like it's almost like a little cutout, but you wear it, I have my hair up, so it probably won't look that good, but you can wear it down, and it kind of makes these little ear flaps on the back of your neck. So, but this was Joanna, a bat that Joanna sent me, and I love spinning it, so she was sending it out just to have people test it for her. So I volunteered, she sent me one, and wow, I was so impressed. I just loved it. Okay, for other things I'm working on, so the Velveteen Rabbit, the Bunny Love pattern, I'm now able to sell that in my Ravelry pattern shop. So I will post that soon, within a day or two. However, I'm going to also make available another pattern. So that original Bunny Love pattern is going to be available just as is. It's an adorable, fun little bunny. It's knit all in one piece. And in fact, here is the Bunny Love I made. But you'll notice that I'm doing some reworking on it, and I'm going to release this as another version. I'm trying to think of how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to knit this one, just make some little changes on it, and I also am knitting some little mini Bunny Loves that are like this, and I'll think about how I'm going to do that. The modifications I was going to make is I wanted to do some different arms and feet on the original bunny pattern, so I'm trying to think of how I should do that effectively. But I'll come up with some idea there on that. And then this one is a little mini one made out of sock yarn, and I'm not done with it yet. So we'll see how this one goes. But I'll post that too. So that's fun. I love having fun little ways. This will be just in time for Easter too. I didn't even think of that. Easter coming up. This one's in Quince & Co. Finch. So cute and easy. Oh my gosh. You can use your leftover sock yarn for that. This is the beautiful Jinx yarn in the Velveteen colorway. Man, it's such a cute little bunny. But I wanted to do some kind of big feet and take it out of that vintage mode, because a lot of those vintage animals, it was like the original. I just wanted like 2 little arms sticking out here and 2 little legs sticking out there. But I want to do one maybe with some little arms and some kind of funny feet coming out the front or something. So anyway, I'm working on that. I don't know. We'll see. I'll get it done in a few days. And I think I was going to review some books, but I'm not going to do a big review. But I just wanted to point these books out to you just because this is getting kind of long. And my girls are going to be home from school very soon, and I don't want to be recording when they walk through the door because they are very loud. They're loud girls. So now these Molly Makes, I love that magazine. So if you haven't checked out the Molly Makes magazine, it's so cute. It's very British, and it's crafty, and they have all kinds of patterns and articles about makers and designers and stitchers and knitters, and they sometimes have knit patterns in there. I know Quince had some sort of pattern in there before, but you know, they have all kinds of stuff like sewing and any kind of crafting you can think of, really. But they've put out these books by Interweave. So, are those upside down? See, now I'm all crazy. Oh, there we go. Okay, sorry, it's backwards. So, but they have the Woodland Friends, A Christmas One, Feathered Friends, and the Crochet. These are all Molly Makes books by Interweave. I mean, I even like the bindings. Look at those great little pictures on there. Now, I think a couple of these I purchased because... Hi. So I was talking about these adorable books by Molly Makes, and you should really check them out if you're interested in cute, crafty books. The Woodland Characters one is so cute. They're all kinds of really cute and wonderful. Oh, this huge truck just pulled up from my house. Sorry about that. They just have cute little projects to kind of stitch, and I think they had some crocheting here and cute little napkin ring. I mean, I love all these cute. There's some little crochet, like amigurumi. All kinds of cute stuff. Oh, these little coasters are so sweet. Look how cute. Little coasters. These are by Interweave, and they're wonderful. And they're $12.95 a piece, and just a great size. The Christmas one has all kinds of fun projects in it that you would love. Feathered Friends, all kinds of birds. You know, I love birds and all that kinds of stuff. And then this is a really cute Molly Makes Crochet one too. That's just adorable and has cute projects. The pictures are wonderful. I love the photography. It has the feel of the magazine. So thank you to Interweave for sending me a couple of these, and also I purchased a couple myself because I like them so much. So, all right, so thank you for joining me, and I'll be back soon. I want to do a little something with the new little dolls I came out with for Quince and Co. Mary, Millie, and Morgan, the dolls with the clothes, and I'd like to do, I'm thinking I might do some sort of giveaway, or perhaps a knit along, and if you're at all interested in that, let me know, because I would be interested in that. So I love those dolls, and I want to do a lot more with them. So it's been just kind of they came out at a crazy time where I haven't had a lot of time to pay attention to them, but they deserve some attention because I work very hard on them, and they're fun. They're cute and fun. So, all right, goodbye. Have a great week.